Have you ever wondered why certain moments in your life feel unbearable? Why heartbreak arrives when you least expect it? Why success sometimes slips through your fingers even when you try your hardest? What if I told you everything that happens to you, every event, every challenge, every joy has a reason? Not a reason someone else decided, not a punishment or reward, but a reason hidden in the very fabric of life itself, a reason waiting for you to understand. This is the deep teaching of Buddhism, a teaching that says nothing arises without a cause, nothing occurs randomly, and everything you experience, pain, joy, loss, or gain, is an opportunity for awakening. Before you question this, before you dismiss it as cliché or destiny, sit with it for a moment, because the reason things happen is often invisible. It is subtle, and it may change everything about the way you live. Life is a web. Every action, thought, and intention threads into another, creating patterns you cannot always see. A single word you spoke months ago might have changed someone's life without you knowing. A moment of kindness forgotten in your mind may have planted the seed of joy in someone else. A mistake repeated again and again might have opened the door to a lesson you never expected. Buddhism calls this dependent origination, the understanding that all things arise in dependence upon conditions. Nothing comes into being in isolation. Nothing disappears without leaving a trace. Everything is interconnected, and every moment has its reason, often hidden beneath the surface. Pain is not punishment. Pain is guidance. It is a mirror reflecting what we have ignored, avoided, or misunderstood. The heartbroken, the anxious, the fearful, their suffering is not random. It is the echo of past causes. It is the mind pointing out the patterns that must be seen, understood, and released. Buddha taught that suffering has a cause. Attachment, desire, expectation, and misunderstanding create the chains we carry. But if suffering has a cause, it can be ended. And this is the reason everything happens. Life presents challenges not to destroy you, but to awaken you, to teach you how to see clearly, and to show you the path to inner freedom. Everything changes. Nothing remains the same. The moment you cling to something, you set yourself up for suffering. The moment you resist the flow of life, you create tension inside. Buddhism calls this impermanence, anicca. It is the natural reason behind endings and beginnings. Your heartbreak, your failure, your loss, even your joy, they are all fleeting. But instead of fighting this, what if you embraced it? What if every ending was seen as preparation for something new? What if every challenge was a teacher guiding you toward wisdom and peace? When we understand impermanence deeply, we see the reason behind change, and suddenly, even the hardest moments begin to make sense. Karma is often misunderstood as destiny or punishment. But in Buddhism, karma is cause and effect, intention and action. Every choice you make, every thought you entertain, every word you speak creates ripples in the world. Some ripples return to you in ways you may not immediately see. Some return years later, quietly shaping your circumstances. This is why everything happens for a reason. Your present reality is the product of countless past causes, and your future will be shaped by the causes you plant today. Even your failures, your mistakes, your regrets, they are seeds for growth if you allow them to teach you. Every difficult moment contains the reason behind it, a lesson, a correction, an awakening waiting to be realized. When we accept that everything has a reason, life transforms from a chaotic storm into a meaningful journey. The person who hurt you, the mistake you made, the opportunity you lost, the door that closed in your face, all have a reason. And the reason is not punishment. It is insight. It is clarity. It is a chance to understand yourself, to see your mind, and to act with wisdom. Every setback can teach patience. Every loss can teach detachment. Every challenge can teach courage. Every failure can teach humility. Every ending can guide a new beginning. Everything happens not to break you, but to awaken you. When we understand cause and effect, we stop blaming. We stop resisting. We stop fighting what cannot be changed. Instead, we watch. We observe. We understand. We act with intention, not with reaction. This is how peace arises. This how understanding arises. This how the mind becomes free. When you accept that everything happens for a reason, you do not need to control the world. You do not need to force outcomes. You only need to be aware, present, and mindful. And in that awareness, you discover freedom. The most important moment is now. Right here, right now, your life is unfolding. Everything that happened yesterday led you to this point. Everything that will happen tomorrow depends on what you do today. Buddhism teaches that the present moment is all there is. It is the intersection of past causes and future conditions. It is where understanding and awakening happen. It is where the reason behind life's experiences becomes visible. By living fully in the present, by observing without clinging, by acting with wisdom and compassion, we align ourselves with the reasons that life is unfolding. Every smile, every tear, every triumph, every failure, all are lessons. All are messages. All are reasons. Buddha said that the mind creates heaven and hell, and so it is in your experience. The same event can teach suffering or wisdom, depend on how it is perceived, depend on how it is met. Your life is not random. Your experiences are not meaningless. Everything you encounter is a reflection, a mirror, a teacher. And if you watch closely, you begin to see the pattern, the flow, the purpose in every moment. As you listen, breathe deeply. Feel the flow of life in your body, your mind, your heart. Everything is connected. Everything has a cause. Everything has a reason. Even the moments that feel unbearable, even the moments that feel confusing, even the moments you cannot understand. They are all teaching you. This is the essence of Buddhist philosophy: to see the reasons, to understand the causes, to live with awareness, and to awaken. When you see life this way, suffering loses its grip. Life's chaos becomes harmony, and every moment, every event, every experience becomes meaningful. Everything happens for a reason, and in understanding that reason, you find freedom, peace, and awakening.